When our careers begin to stall, it's easy to lose energy and get stuck in a cycle of negativity. After all, as humans, we're built to look for what's negative as a way to survive. But that survival tool doesn't actually help us thrive. In today's podcast, I'm going to share a simple way to feel more energized, motivated, and focused. And to be completely honest, I was actually resistant to it, but there was a time when my life felt so glum, I thought, why not try it? And it worked. All the research was correct. Hey everyone, I'm Laverne McKinnon and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor podcast. I'm a certified career coach and a grief recovery specialist, and I love to help ambitious, driven people feel confident, empowered, and excited after experiencing a career setback. Let's jump right into today's podcast with Margaret, who is feeling hopeless. She doesn't know if everything is going to be okay. She hasn't worked for almost 2 years, and job prospects in her industry are bleak. She knows she's not ready to pivot, but she's also having trouble hanging on. What can she do? There's one small action step that Margaret can take every day that will give her energy, motivation, and clarity. It's so simple, most people refuse to believe it works, so they don't even try. But I've done it, and it's given me amazing result. It's called gratitude. Gratitude is the conscious reflection of what's good in your life. Now, I've struggled with gratitude and having a gratitude practice. It sort of started when I was in some of the darkest days of my career, and someone told me to slow down and name what I was appreciative for. I essentially told her to go to hell, but in not clean language. It felt impossible for me to feel like anything in my life was worth being thankful for. After all, I was trying to rebound from being fired. I had no income coming in. I lost my sense of community, and I had no idea who I was anymore. What I really wanted was reassurance that everything was going to turn out fine and I would be back on my career horse in no time at all. Now, in fairness, I did have a lot of really great friends who offered reassurances, but the truth is that they were empty promises. No one actually knows the future. And this is where the cliche is being queued up here. All we have is the present. While it's important to think strategically while job hunting and contemplating a career pivot, it's even more important to practice gratitude, which requires noticing what is available to you in the present. Now, studies have shown that a gratitude practice will increase self-esteem, reduce stress and depression, strengthen relationships, enhance resilience, increase productivity, and improve the quality of your sleep. Think of it this way. You can have a great car, let's say a Mercedes. You know you can go comfortably and far in this vehicle. However, if you neglect to put gas in the tank, oil in the engine, or air in the tires, the car's not going to perform well or go the distance. Your metaphorical gas, oil, and air is not your strategy on a side hustle, building your network, refinancing your home, or taking a Tony Robbins workshop. The gas, oil, and air is gratitude, appreciating all that makes your life uniquely yours. What gets in the way of gratitude is our natural tendency to focus on the negative. It's called negativity bias. It's a survival tool that helped our ancient ancestors stay safe from predators, so it was great for them. Not so great for us today. So developing gratitude takes effort because you're working against the brain's natural tendency to look out for negative events or possibilities. So what does a gratitude practice look like? It could include talking to a friend, sharing with your family, making a list, drawing pictures, taking photos, posting on social media, volunteering, creating and filling a gratitude box, whispering out loud the things that you see and appreciate. I highly recommend journaling as a gratitude practice for a 1-2 punch. There are so many benefits from journaling, and then specifically journaling about gratitude. And I'm going to list them for you now, and it's a laundry list. It increases our sense of happiness and joy, increases our sense of meaningfulness and engagement with life, increases our sense of trust, increases our sense of love and compassion for our intimate partners and for ourselves, decreases a subjective feeling of pain and agony and suffering. It improves our respiration rate and our systolic blood pressure. It improves our ability to navigate and have difficult conversations. And it more likely means that we're going to engage in problem solving. So for full disclosure, I went kicking and screaming into a gratitude practice, and I was channeling my inner petulant prepubescent self. And I spent the first 2 days of journaling with like the eye rolls and the heavy sighs and a slouchy body. And then after a day or so, I started to notice a feeling of lightness after writing down what I appreciated. And I was resistant. I didn't want to believe it was that easy. It was almost like I was determined to make my life challenging or difficult. Now, within a week, I did find my groove. It didn't make the fact that I was fired go away, but it helped me to feel less hopeless, helpless, and powerless. I felt more energy and motivation to handle the job search, and when I was ghosted or didn't get a gig, I was able to bounce back much quicker. Now, Margaret, who I referenced at the top of the podcast, she used her gratitude practice to stop her fear from running rampant. From there, she was able to gain clarity about what was important to her by reflecting on the things that she was thankful for in the present moment. Now, Margaret ultimately made a decision to pivot out of her career industry and go to school to study interior design. While she appreciated the job she had, she realized it wasn't the be-all, end-all for her. She had so many more interests and was excited to learn. Perhaps my most important discovery, and it certainly was for Margaret too, is that gratitude helped me create and maintain an optimistic view of the future. Bottom line, gratitude is a true game changer. It's hard to believe that something so simple can have a profound impact, especially when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But science and personal experiences show that gratitude can provide a powerful shift in perspective. This doesn't mean that the path forward will be easy or that all of your problems are going to disappear. However, gratitude can equip you with a mindset that makes facing challenges more bearable and doable. Remember, a gratitude practice doesn't require you to have all of the answers or see the entire path ahead. Instead, it invites you to find strength and solace in the present moment. Remember, a gratitude practice doesn't require you to have all of the answers or see the entire path ahead. Instead, it invites you to find strength and solace in the present moment, one day at a time, minute by minute. And sometimes that's exactly what we need to keep going. Okay, that's it for this week. Before you go, I do appreciate if you could take a moment or two of your time and rate and review this podcast. It really does help me so much, and it supports my work. And remember to head over to Moonshot Mentor on Substack for journal prompts. They're going to help you really define and structure your gratitude practice. You can also visit me at moonshotmentor.com, where you can find links to all of my social and how to work with me. And a very big thank you to Lynn Chen for the video and audio editing. You can find her on social at Ms. Lynn Chen. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really look forward to seeing you next week.